Up with this. Thanks for joining us. President Trump sparking a feeding frenzy on social media for how he fed the koi fish during his trip to Japan. The mainstream media having just a field day with this when he dumped the container in the pond, but it turns out he was only following the prime minister's lead. Come on. Carly Shimkus with Fox News Headlines 24/7 on Sirius XM 115 here with what really happened there, Carly.
This is a funny one. So a lot of the president's critics have been wondering if or when he would make a mistake during his trip to Japan, which is why a picture that showed him dumping an entire box of food into a koi fish pond went viral online yesterday. Some even speculated that he killed all those fish by overfeeding them. Well, if you go to the videotape, it turns out that he was just following the Japanese prime minister's lead, and then he dumps the food out. So he didn't do anything wrong, and the video proves it, which is why a lot of people on social media kind of had to eat their words. An activist named Holly O'Reilly had to delete a tweet where she made a joke about the president being more interested in golfing than feeding those fish. And NBC reporter Christina Wilkie also forced to delete a tweet where she said Trump and the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe were scheduled to feed koi spoonfuls of food until Trump poured his entire box of fish food into the pond. I think a lot of people, though, Jackie, would call that one fake news.
It's so funny to me because it's just so silly. You can never do anything right.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, the fish are okay. That's the important part this morning.
The fish have lived. They've survived. Yes, absolutely.
James Comey officially joins Twitter. Exciting news there.
Yeah, so for years he used the name Reinhold Niebuhr on Twitter. Not anymore. He changed his name yesterday to James Comey on social media. He says, here's my new handle. Glad to be part of the Twitterverse. Grateful to Reinhold for the cover these last few years. So I guess he used that name to kind of keep a low profile on social media. A lot of people chiming in on this one. Jeffrey says he's yesterday's news who will not make it on Dancing with the Stars. Wow. And Marty simply says, Lordy. That's a word that everybody associates with him now. So he's at James Comey if you want to follow him on social media.
Okay. And Tiffany's is selling a $9,000 ball of yarn.
Just in time for Christmas, Tiffany's has come out with a line of everyday household items made out of high-end materials. Take, for instance, like you said, this $9,000 ball of yarn. It is made out of sterling silver, so pretty, but not very practical. So a lot of people on social media, Tyler included, have been mocking Tiffany's. They say, finally, I can get her something she always wanted. Tiffany's made some high-end paper cups. And then Belle also said, if you want to feel extra poor today, go check out the everyday object line from Tiffany's. I don't think I'll be getting those on my Christmas, under my Christmas tree this year.
Well, I need a $9,000 ball of yarn.
Yeah,
so
you deserve it. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, I am pregnant. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, the time is now 27 minutes after the hour. Democrats say prayers aren't enough in the wake of this awful Texas shooting, but Speaker Paul Ryan has a very powerful response. Listen.
When you hear the secular left doing this thing, no wonder you've got so much polarization and disunity in this country.
But what does the Sutherland Springs community think about the calls for gun control?
If the liberals have their way and we're not able to protect ourselves, think about how many more people would have died.
The very latest on the tragedy and the Democrats' push to politicize it. Next.